Welcome back to another session from the Air Users blog. I think it's been some time since I did a track from the charts. Billboard number 2 right now in the top 100 is Kelly Clarkson and Stronger. And it's got a really cool kind of guitar part at the start. And I had a listen to it and I just want to show you a take on it. It's not quite there, but it's virtually there, of the starting guitar part and the starting intro to the track, and just showing you how you can do it in Pro Tools. So what we have here is we have 3 or 4 instances of expand. I'll put the vocal in as well, just to sit it in the track. I can't play the original because of copyright restrictions, but I just want to play you it. And if you go over to Billboard, you can actually listen to it there, or go to iTunes or anything like that. So you can listen to it. And what I've done is I've combined a trick I've done a lot of times in production. I've used actually real guitar and I've used fake sample guitars. So the starting part of the track is made up of a number of riffs. Riff number 1, and all the guitar parts are what this muted electric guitar sound. It's number 19 in the guitars. If you do the drop down, you come down to guitars there, and you'll find muted electric guitar in that list there, just there. And then you do a little bit of editing as well with it as well, to change the brightness of it. So we've got a load of sequenced guitar parts basically, and the first one is this one, and let's take that out record. I just don't want that on. We've got a second one that's doing this. We put those two together. And into that, we've got a bass guitar doing a very similar kind of riff. Now the bass there, I've used the soft pick bass, and then I've added some EQ on it, a lot of 100 hertz and up, rolled a lot of the top end off as well. And then I've added the D3 compressor limiter, and I've used the bass guitar setting. Quite a lot of compression in there, just to clean out that bottom end. Now this is where it gets interesting, because right now it doesn't really sound that guitar-y. But then what I've got here is a real guitar I've played in. Now as well, I've got a compressor on it and an EQ. I'm going to let you into a secret. If you're not that hot on guitar, and I'm not really a kind of electric guitarist, I am an acoustic guitarist, I'm a songwriter, that's what I've always done. So what we've got here is, instead of me killing myself to try and get that part in, I created a playlist, and here's all the playlists of all the different parts. And if we just open that up for a second, I'm going to go in there a bit tight. And what I did was I basically went round and round and round in a circle. If you put it into loop record, it's a right mouse click there, go to loop record, and then what you want to do is go to your setup, and you want to go to your preferences here, and in the operations window here, you want to click this one here, there, automatically create new playlists when loop recording. And what I do is basically put it in a loop record from 1 to 5 bars, and then I put in lots of different takes of guitar. So if I play you one of them, I've got that, and let's just put that on solo as well. I think that was the first take. Let's just turn off the comp and the band. As you can, I think I'm getting set up there. So then there's a bit here. There's the second take. Here's the third take. I think I'm getting into it now. And here's the fourth take. I think we got bar 3 sorted out. And here's the bar 4 sorted out, and from there. And I think we've got bar 3 here actually fixed. Then I simply went through, I chose my favourite parts of the performance. So I just go in and I say, actually, you know what? This is this one first. It's, I think, the best first part. That's the best first part. And so we just go through then and we mark what we want, and we just mark it and then push it up to the top there, and we just promote it. I'm going to undo that because I've already created that. Then I've actually put that all, glued that back together using consolidate regions. And then what you end up with instead then is this. So as I say, if you're not a hot guitarist, and that includes me, then that's one way of doing it. I've gone back to waveform now. So we've got this guitar part in here now. And we put this in the track. You see the difference it's making? Now what I've done as well then is I've got a compressor limiter and I've got a 7-band equalizer, and what I'm doing is I'm feeding the compressor limiter from the kick drum of Boom. It's coming in, I've done key inputs before, but I'm sending an output here from a bus. I'm going from the slap output. I could rename that, call it key again. I could rename it, say key. So now it's now coming in here as the key input there. And what that achieves just turn that down a bit. Just gives me some pumping then on that guitar. And with a bit of mixing, you add these three guitars together now. It's 2 fake ones and a real one. And then we add the bass back in as well. And what they do as well is, if you listen to the track, that one's panned hard left, that one's panned hard right. Bring them out a bit actually. And that one is kept in the center. And then finally there's a kind of ghosty pad in there, and the close thing I got in Expander was this one called Aeronaut, which has like a phaser on it, and you get this sound off it. And then you end up with this kind of track. I've put a bit of vocal in just to put it into context so you can hear it. Of course, I'm like Kelly Clarkson. You won't hear me in American Idol. You know the bed feels warmer, sleeping here alone. You know I dream in color and do the things I want. And then the track goes on and on and on. So there we are. That is a take using Pro Tools, nothing else, just Pro Tools gear, Expand and Boom and the D3 compressor limiter and the EQ3, and there we are, and we have a track that's pretty close to the original. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.